Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Oh, that tastes amazing. You need to follow up. You need to be proactive. There's going to be opportunities in life that you need to consistently follow up, consistently reach out, consistently ask about. And I think a lot of people, might think that this is common sense, but there is a group of people out there that don't know that they should follow up, that they should be consistent. And so this is the message for those people. Also, just sharing a little update before we hop right into it. But I've been running a lot, and with that new running blade, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out this video right here. Long story short, I have a prosthetic leg, and I just recently got a running blade, and it is a game changer. I just started running earlier this October, and my time was like 12 minutes. Then I got the prosthetic leg with the blade, and I hit a 9:46, almost 2.5 to 3 minute difference. And it was just the technology. So imagine what I could hit if I kept training and lost a little bit of weight. We'll see. I've been continuing practice today. I ran a mile. We're working to it. Okay, we're not perfect. Okay, we're making progress, and that's all that matters. So that's a little bit update. But all right, let's get back to the video. And I've been surrounded by people who just kind of wait for things to happen, who just think that things are going to land in their lap. And if they don't hear back, well, maybe it's meant to be. And that, well, maybe I'll reach out to them when, and then when never happens. And so then that opportunity slips away. You need to follow up. Being proactive and following up is something that you will carry throughout every relationship, whether it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, work, school, whatever. You cannot just wait for things to happen. You need to be consistent. You need to know. Having a proactive mind is having the mentality that you can control what you can control, you can what you can't, but that you're going to do the best you can to make sure that you have the best opportunity to figure out what you need to figure out or achieve what you need to achieve. I'll share an example of when I was not proactive, and then a few of when I was proactive and some of the learnings from those things. To this day, that I was not proactive about something, just thinking about it kills me. Okay, hold on. I need to take a sip before I share this story. So my fiance and I, we were at this coffee shop. It's a very busy coffee shop, so there were tons of people there. And we were sitting in line, right? I already placed my order. She is thinking about her order and looking at the menu. And I see these people, and they're looking like they're about to head out. I thought to myself, should I ask? Should I not? Should I just, wait till they leave and then take the spot? There's only a few seconds before they finally leave. And so I'm trying to make this split second decision. I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll just wait for them to leave, and then I'll take their spot. And then out of nowhere, this person comes and takes the spot. Yeah. I know this is a very small example. Let me tell you what I should have done. When I had that question, when I had that inclination to ask, I should have just went up to the people. I asked, hey, are you guys leaving? They say yes. I say, would you mind if I took your spot? They're most likely going to say yes, right? I take their spot. Boom. It's done. There was no hassle. I know this is going to seem really small, but this is an example of how when you just let things pass by, when you just let opportunities slip by and you don't take them, it ripple effects across your life. Imagine that seat was an internship. Imagine that seat was a job opportunity. Imagine that seat was this crazy experience that you could have been a part of, but because you were not proactive and you were just going to see how things played out, that you lose that opportunity, that it slips past you, and now you're left actually feeling anxious and upset with yourself that you didn't take action and be proactive. I still think about it from time to time, and now when I'm in those scenarios where seating is tight, I make sure to ask. I go up to them and I say, hey, can I take this spot? Because you just can't let those things slip by. It's very little. How you decide to handle little things can greatly affect how you decide to handle big things. Woo-hoo, that was a good quote. That deserves a drink. Now, by the way, I get my coffee beans from Costco, and it's honestly not bad. I've gotten coffee beans from, other places, other coffee shops, and I find that this one is just the best. Here's another example of when being proactive is really important. Let's say that you're communicating with a group of friends. You all plan to meet at a particular spot next week, okay? Everyone's hyped, everyone's excited. You're all gonna hang out, everything's cool. Skip a few days, now it's the day before, no one said anything. What would you do in this moment? Would you just see? See if people are gonna respond, see if things are gonna just work out the way that you had initially hoped a week ago. What I would do is follow up. What I would do is be proactive. I say, hey, tomorrow's this. Are we still good for this? Boom. Easy. It does not have to be complicated. And it's a small example of how you can be proactive. If you're not somebody who doesn't worry about things and you just go with the flow, then that's fine. But if you're somebody that, at least like me, I would worry. I'd be like, oh, can they still make it? Then you have the ability to be proactive and to be the person that can confirm and follow up and finalize those details. You have that ability. All right, so this is my last and final example of a time when being proactive and following up was really impactful. When I got laid off a few years back, I started applying to a bunch of jobs. You know the hustle when you're applying for jobs, you get a bunch of emails for the job confirmation, you're trying to track the jobs you applied for, the ones you got rejected. It can become a little bit overwhelming. It's almost, like a part-time job, just applying for jobs. But the one thing that I did that I wanted to make sure that I did differently than other people was to be proactive. Applying to jobs, that's step one of being proactive. But if you just apply and like everybody else, and there's hundreds of applicants, you can't just simply apply and hope that you get the job. Unless you come from an Ivy League background or you have some stellar experience, it's really hard for people like us to just simply apply and let that be. You have to be proactive. And so some things that I did when I was looking for a job was I would reach out to the hiring manager. I would reach out to the company to see if there was anybody that could put me in contact with somebody that knew who would be the right person to talk to. And when none of that worked, I made a LinkedIn series about my laid off journey and how I'm looking for a new job. And I was literally able to get a job because of that video. Because I didn't just wait and see if things would happen. I took steps. When one thing didn't work, I tried something new. And if that didn't work, I would try something new again. It can be tiring, but I would have never gotten that job if I only did the bare minimum, which is, applying to jobs. All right, so those were my few examples. By the end of the video, you should know how important it is to go after what it is that you want, to be proactive, to not let closed doors be a sign of failure. You don't want to be somebody that takes the back seat and not know where you're headed, right? When there are opportunities, when you have that inclination in your heart, maybe I should ask, maybe I shouldn't, you should ask, you should inquire, you should follow up, you should be proactive. Speaking of being proactive, it's time for my call to action, which is if you could hit a subscribe, that would be amazing. My dream is to get a play button right there. Or maybe we put it right here. We can vote. Okay. When we get there, we're only 98K away. Okay, almost 97K away. So that's if you think about it, it's still pretty far. All right, guys. Thank you so much. This is gonna look really funny when I'm editing this because sometimes I switch around the clips. Sometimes I put the clips towards the end and towards the beginning. You're gonna see this go up and down. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And if you have any ideas, any topics you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments. I'll check it out. And who knows, maybe your topic will be in the next video.